Hi everyone, this is Megan. I have decided after binge watching Flosstube for about the last 2 months, I should jump on the bandwagon. So, finally decided to do it. This is odd, I'm not used to just talking to a camera, but I think just about anyone and everyone who starts Flosstube kind of starts with that. So, I decided to start off with the know your needle worker tag. Seems like a good way to get to know me really fast. So we'll just start with these questions and go from there and see where it takes us. So first question, where do you live? I live in Spanish Fork, Utah. I am not from Utah. I'm actually from Southern California. I grew up in the mountains of San Bernardino, a town called Lake Arrowhead. Many people know it, or they know Big Bear or Crestline. They kind of know the area around it. But the Arrowhead water was bottled at the base of the mountain. The reason it was called Arrowhead is because there was actually a natural arrowhead out of trees on the side of the mountain. And that was pretty cool. And despite all of the fires that we had there, the arrowhead never went away, which was very nice because we had a lot of fires there. So came up in 2003 to go to school at Brigham Young University. And by 2005, the rest of my family came up as well. And we've been here ever since. Okay, number 2, what do you do for a living? So right now I work at my dad's insurance agency in Mapleton, Utah. It's just one city over from us. Nice thing is it's about a 10-minute drive from my house, which I enjoy, not having to battle traffic or any of that kind of fun stuff that can happen in Utah. I've been really working for him since I was about 12. He's almost always had his own business, mostly did life insurance when I was growing up. And the stipulation for me to work for him when I was 12 was I had to type at least 65 words a minute. Did Mavis Beacon teach us typing? Love that program. It was wonderful. And basically peaked at about 92 words a minute and haven't really stopped since then. So anyway, I work there pretty much full time, and it has its slow days and its busy days, depending on what time of the year it is. During open enrollment, it can get very crazy. That's for health insurance, and it gets insane. But the fun thing is my dad runs it. My sister also works there, and my cousin actually just started working for us as well. So kind of a little family run. I've tried to stop working a couple times, and it doesn't really work. I have I don't know if you would call it fortunate or unfortunate ability to do a lot of stuff in a little amount of time, and I'm really good at solving problems. And it seems like they can last about 3 months without me before my dad's asking me to come back. This time he gave me my own office, so I'm cool with that. It's nice. Number 3. What are your 3 favorite hobbies other than cross-stitch? I am a crafter. Crafter. What you don't see is the sewing machine and the closet full of everything. I have tried my hand at just about everything crafting related. I've done spinning and weaving and toll painting and woodworking, and I crochet quite a bit. I've sewn clothes, I've sewn bags, I really love to learn a new skill that I haven't learned. One of my favorite was doing bobbin lace. That was really fun. And I'm actually going to take a tatting class. And I've always wanted to do that. And I live just 15 minutes from Heinzelman's in Provo, Utah, and they have one of the 5 like master certified tatting teachers there, and so he does beginning tatting, and so I've always wanted to learn it. I always loved this song from Cats when you know, she's teaching the mice and she teaches them using crocheting and tatting. So I've always wanted to learn it since then. So that's one hobby. Another hobby, I am an avid reader. I usually have almost as many books as I have projects going on at the same time. Well, not really. I've got way more projects than I have books going on at the moment. But I usually like to read about 4 or 5 books at a time. Right now I'm reading a lot of Disney books, the Art of Animation and the Walt Disney biography. Grew up in Southern California. Grew up an hour and a half away from Disneyland. Yeah. So, I love that. Third hobby... Ooh, probably Legos. We're a big Lego family. We do own the Millennium Falcon, the largest Lego set as of now. And we also have the Taj Mahal, which until the Millennium Falcon came out was the largest set, and is actually now the 3rd largest set because the new Harry Potter castle took 2nd place. So we still have to get that one. But we will. Eventually. Yeah, we have an entire corner of the basement that's just all Legos. Our basement was only about 30% finished or so. We have 2 massive sections that are unfinished. And one side is going to be our game and Lego room. And when that's done, it's going to be awesome. Because then we'll have better containment of the Legos. Excited for that. Question number 4. Do you have any children? Yes, I do. I have 3. My oldest is 7, and he's Wesley. My middle child is Riker, and he's 5. And my youngest is Mara, and she just turned 3 last month. So I've got 2 boys and a girl. They keep my hands full when I'm not doing projects. Wesley's our little gamer. Both my husband and I are pretty big gamers, and he got that gene. Riker is our just crazy energetic. He hasn't had a year pass where he hasn't had something happen to him, where he's had to either get stitches or wear a sling or something. He's always being very active. And Mara is a little princess, and you know, she's 3 going on 18. But yeah, she's adorable. Love her to death. Do you have any pets? No, though I technically could say see the previous question, because sometimes it feels like they're pets, because they like to crawl all over me and always want my attention and want me to feed them and give them love. So, no, I really do love my kids. They bring me joy. What can I say? But no, don't have any pets at the moment. We have 2 cats at my parents' house, and my parents live about 15 minutes away. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to cats, which I'm really sad about because I love cats. Grew up with a cat, and I was never allergic to her. I don't know why, but she's the only cat that I have not been allergic to. And I like dogs, but I don't want to take care of a dog, and I don't like barking, and I don't like wet dog smell. So whenever the kids tell me they want a dog, I tell them that they can absolutely have a dog when they have their own house, because I'm not going to have one in my house. Number 6, what is your favorite movie? Oof. This is a hard one. I like movies a lot. We actually just saw Captain Marvel yesterday and love that movie, and now we're going to basically watch all the Marvel movies and then go watch Endgame when it comes out. So I like the Marvel movies. I really liked Captain Marvel. Ooh, I love Disney movies. I love major disaster movies. I don't know why. San Andreas is a favorite. Yeah, I love Dwayne Johnson. Love that guy. And I grew up in California. How could you not love San Andreas? Anyway, love that movie. Geostorm, 2012, Day After Tomorrow. Any of those disaster movies. I always really like those. Not huge into chick flicks. I have to really be in the right mood to watch those. So I don't have a single favorite movie, though when I was younger, we did have Cats, as I said, and we had that on VHS, and I think I ran that thing almost out because I would just watch it and rewind it and watch it and rewind it and watch it. It's awesome. What is your favorite TV show? It depends what's currently playing. So I love Call the Midwife, and so when that gets uploaded onto Netflix or I manage to catch it on TV from my parents' account, we don't bother having TV in our house, then I'll watch that. I'm a Whovian, love Doctor Who. I love The Prophet with Marcus Lemonis. It's kind of the business side of me that likes that. Right now I'm actually watching Midsummer Murders. I like British just about anything. And I actually love Korean dramas. It's a goal to learn Korean so I can actually watch it and understand it without the subtitles, because when you're trying to watch it with the subtitles, you can't stitch and watch it at the same time. So, working on that. Okay, what's your favorite music? Right now, probably 80s rock. I love 80s rock. I love the 60s and 70s. Grew up on the 60s and 70s music. In California, it was Cola 99.9 was the radio station, and we listened to that all the time. So I know all that music. I do like some modern music. I love Imagine Dragons. And every now and again, along with the Korean dramas, I also love K-pop. So I'm just a very mishmash of things. What is your favorite book? This one I can actually answer. One book. Dealing with Dragons. That is my favorite book. I have a very, very well-read, dog-eared, I'm amazed it's still in one piece edition of the book, and yeah, I love that book. If you haven't read it, read it. It's the first of a series. I have read the whole series, but the first one is hands down my favorite. And here's a funny side note. So when the Glendon Place dessert mandalas, when I discovered those, as soon as I saw Cherries Jubilee, I knew I had to get it, because in the book, the princess knows how to make one dessert, and it's Cherries Jubilee. Never had it, I have no clue really actually what it is, but it's the one thing she knows how to make. And it's the one thing she can make in quantities big enough to serve as dessert to dragons. So, anyway, had to get that. Of course, I've already started it, so... Number 10. What one word describes you best? Let's see, I've heard crazy. I've heard that one a lot. Well-rounded. That has a dash in the middle, so it's one word. Well-rounded. Goofy-ish. I used to be spontaneous. I'm not as spontaneous anymore. I think that comes with having kids. You can't necessarily be as spontaneous as you were before kids. So yeah, that's kind of me. You can also see I'm a Disney fanatic. These are kind of hard to see, but they are, the Disney store did their 30th anniversary for all the movies, and so they released a set of 3 pins each week based off of the different movies, so of course I collected those all. I also like to collect keychains, so yeah, that's Aquaman's trident. I love Jason Momoa. I have a picture with him from Comic-Con. That guy is a solid tree, it's amazing. So yeah, so that's a bit about me. I sometimes have a habit of, if you haven't noticed, I talk with my hands a lot, and I always have done that. I used to talk very fast. I've slowed down a bit. That was mostly because my mom would keep bugging me, like, slow down so we can understand you. So I've tried that. Okay, so kind of getting into the, I guess, flow of Flosstube. I figured I would kind of show my whips, and these are kind of ones that I've worked on probably in the last month. I bounce a lot, and I like to have a lot of things going on, so I can be like, put a couple stitches here, put a couple stitches there. I don't have an official rotation. I don't have, if I feel like starting a project, I'll start a project. If I'm tired of a project, I'll put it away, and I may not look at it for 6 months. I have no rules. I just do what I feel like. So I'll show some of the work, the whips that I've been doing for probably about the last month. I have a truckload more than what I've been working on the last month, and for Stitch Mania, I'm starting 31 more. That'll be a different video. Okay, so my first whips, and I use a mix of plastic bags and these bags. I probably will start making some project bags. Until last year, I actually did own an online fabric shop, and I have a huge stash of geeky, nerdy, awesome fabric. Oh yeah, I am a geek and a nerd. I should mention that. I'll probably be bringing it up. Whenever I do a little tour of my current craft room, you'll see what I mean. It's a mishmash. I love it. It is mine. So, one of the first whips I'm working on is Harriet Hartland, 1782. This is Hands Across the Sea samplers. I love these. I already have the Queen of May for this year on order. I also have the Queen of May from last year, so I'm excited. I've had this for a while, and I didn't really have motivation to start it until I binge watched Kitten Stitcher. Love you, Teresa. Anyway, and yes, I'm very jealous of all the cats you have. I want them badly. Anyway, she is always showing off the samplers and talking about the samplers, so I was like, okay, gotta start one. And so I'd actually started, I think it was the 2018 Linen Threads? Anyway, the style that they have every year. And I had done a bit of it, and I didn't really like it, and I'm like, forget this. I'm going to recycle the fabric. Nice picture of this plus, nice modeling. Anyway, I'm not very far on this, just a little tiny bit up in the corner. But anyway, officially the first sampler I've done. I have, I got Kitten Stitcher's A Savior's Praise that I'm going to be starting during Mania, and I'm really excited about that one. It was gorgeous. Anyway, so yeah, she sparked this, like, love of samplers I didn't know I had. But yeah. So I'm excited about that. So there's that one. And I'm kind of like Kitten Stitcher and Stash Queen. Okay, I'm not going to be editing. Real life, people. What can I say? It might be funky, goofy, all that fun jazz. Okay. Oh. This is one that I know a lot of people have done. I've seen a lot of pictures. I gotta find the right picture that's not the pattern. Death by Cross Stitch. Yeah, I saw this and I just had to get it. There's a bunch more. I really want to finish this so I can then get Life After Death and do that one. Anyway, love their samplers. I am doing this one with Mo's Sail thread. I'm using Maui. Look how pretty this is. Aw, the smell's gone away. Anyone who gets Mo's Sail thread knows that it has a very distinct smell when it comes, and I love that smell. So this is how far I've gotten so far. I actually have stitched all the way across that way. So we're here, and I'm just doing this over one strand over two. That's what I meant to say. And this is 32 count Lugana. And so I'd heard, especially with Katie, so Stash Queen and Coffee Stitcher, how they would stitch over one, or with one thread over two on 32 count, and actually really liked it. And I actually really like it with this coverage. As far as what I stitch, and I have tried just about everything with stitching. I've tried hoop, Q-snaps. I do have a roller frame scroll rod, and I have discovered that actually my favorite is to just stitch in hand. So I mostly just stitch in hand. I've decided I'll probably use my roller frame for beading. I am a Mirabilia lover. I have way too many of them, and I think that will that's going to make it a lot easier for the beading. Okay, next project. Oh, and that Lugana was just from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. Simple, nothing fancy. Okay. Oh, I found my scissors. Actually, I have like 6 pairs. But anyway, this is a fun thing. Wonder Woman. That's actually my ringtone too. And then my little unicorn scissors. Make sure those go back where they're supposed to. Yeah, so here's another fun pair of scissors. I like scissors. One can never have too many scissors. Okay, where's the picture on this one? Where are you hiding? Ah, there it is. It's a Mirabilia. I can't show you. You would have no clue what it is. Anyway, this is the picture of it. So I remember the name. Butterfly Fairy. That's what it is. Butterfly Fairy. I just love her. It's like a cross between Tinkerbell and Rapunzel. Oh no, what's the... No, not Flora. Fauna. I guess she would kind of be the butterfly one. Fauna and Rapunzel. There we go. And I'm doing this on a Fabric Flare fabric. And it's 28 counts raised pink and blue cloud. It's from it's the November 2018 limited edition from the Fabric Party, which I'm part of. So that's what the fabric looks like. You can tell I had been using a hoop with this one. Anyway, so that's how far I am. Just a little bit. A little needle minder. I have a massive collection of needle minders. It's big. It's very big. Not as big as Stash Queen's. Not as big as hers. But now that I stitch it in hand, I don't use them as much. I'll usually do this, where I'll stick them to a pair of scissors. It's a little Doctor Who / Sherlock. Oh no, this was the Doctor Who / Slytherin. And yes, I am Slytherin, pure blood, 100%. No doubt about it. I have taken the test so many times, and I'm always Slytherin. Always. No matter what. Okay, next. Okay, this has been going... I've been working on this one for about 2 years. I did cross-stitch projects for my mom's family for Christmas last year. And I wasn't able to finish this one in time because it's complex. And so my uncle is way into craft beers. Loves them. He's a bartender. So he knows his way around ears. So of course, ink circles, 99. This pattern just cracks me up. I mean, who hasn't sung the song 99 bottles of something? Soda, beer, mustard, I don't know, whatever. So I'm doing this on the called for fabric, which is 32 count ale by Picture This Plus. And when I saw that the fabric was called ale, I knew I had to do it even more. So this is how far I am. So I've gotten one shelf all the way done, and then I decided I'd do the other shelves. So I'm almost done there. And then I'll keep working away on adding more beers to it. So I'm thinking, because, you know, they have, in the pattern, they list the key for all 99 and what their names are. So I'm trying to figure out a clever way to include this, so maybe he could check them off when he's had them or something. I don't know. Still figuring out the finishing of it, but I guess I should actually finish it before I worry about the FFO part of it. Okay, next. I am notorious for starting cells and not finishing them. This is one of those. And I don't know if I have a finished picture. I don't, but a lot of people have been posting this. So it's the Guardians of Notre Dame by Ingleside Imaginarium. I've seen a lot of people posting their FFOs of it. Somebody finished it as a clock. Brilliant. And I love how Stash Queen would swap out sparklies and whatnot to make it look like a window. So I only have that much done. One down, 11 to go. It only took me a year to get that far. So what is that? If I do one a year, there's only 11 more years. We're good. We're good. Why not? And this, it's on an Aida fabric, hand-dyed from somewhere. I'm bad with. I finally just started leaving the tags on them because I'm really bad. Actually, hang on. I might have this. I do have the X-Stitch app. And I wonder if I put it in here. Let's see, started. Nope. I have a lot of others in there, but not that one. So, anyway, that's a fun one. I enjoy. Oh, here's the one I was talking about. Cherries Jubilee by Gordon Place. I love this. I have the whole line. I got every single one of the dessert mandalas. They're all gorgeous. They make me hungry. I really need to try Cherries Jubilee. So, using all of the called for dinky dyes. I love silks. Yeah. I love it. Anyway, doing it with all the called for silks. So this is an Under the Sea fabric. Under the Sea. This is Blush and Bashful. It's a 32 count Jobelin, which I think it was a scrap that I bought, and it ended up being the perfect size, which I was so excited about. So that's how far I am right now. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. What's Shirley, by the way? I wonder where that came from. Slowly but surely. It's one of those things you couldn't change it to be something else. You couldn't say, you know, slowly but Robert. Or slowly but Betty. Anyway. Okay, this next one is another cell I'm behind on. If it wants to open up. I'll show you this really quick. So this is the little dragon Biscornus Tiny Modernist is doing their year of Biscornus. So this is the little dragon's first one. And I noticed afterwards that I was actually rotating as I was doing the dragon, so my stitches rotate. Why not? This was a thing I got in a scrap of something or other. Apparently it's a 32 Belfast. The Embroideress. Anyway, so just a scrap piece that I got. I'm really enjoying that. I'm doing all Mo's Sale. I love Mo's Sale. I have lots of Mo's Sale. So I'm doing this one in Mo's Sale. So yes, I'm behind on that one too, because she's releasing one every month. That's January's. It's not done yet. Still got more to do. Okay, next. Now, this one I just started last month. With Heinzelman's so close, we have every third Saturday to stitch from 1 to 3, which is really exciting because I've gotten to meet some new Stitch people. Love my Stitchy friends. I love making new Stitchy friends. So I brought a bunch of projects and started them all. So this one, another Mutabilia, Queen of Freedom. Love her. I had Queen of Freedom and Queen of Peace, and I asked my mom which one I should start, and she chose this one. So, Queen of Freedom. And I'm doing this on another fabric flare. This is 32 count in parchment. Love it. It's hard to see. That's what I've done right there. Little tiny bit. I think it's part of the flag. I think it's part of the shadow in the flag. Anyway. Little tiny bit. It's gonna be awesome when it's done. So I'm not starting here yet because I'm still trying to find the right fabric that I want. But I did manage to get my hands on oh my goodness. Brain freeze. It'll come back to me later. The one that everybody is always searching for, the 911 one. I just have to stop thinking about it and I'll remember it. Next one, I just started also in the last couple weeks. Cricket Collection. Celebrate America. I love the colors on that. And this was on a wonky. If any of you are on Stitchery Express, you know what wonkies are. So this is a wonky of the Pledge of Allegiance on 32 count. It didn't have the full quote, but it works out perfectly to center that in. So I just have blue started. Don't have too much done on that. I started several last month. So oh, randomly has a little pony needle minder in there. I don't know why. We'll stick it with the other needle minders. Okay, next, another fabric flare fabric. I love Soda Stitch. Love Soda Stitch. I have a truckload of their patterns. Sewing cats. Yeah, I mean, look, you've got the sewing machine, you've got cross stitching, cats playing with scissors. Playing with scissors is a thing that we take care not to let our kids do in this house, because last summer, my, at that time, 4-year-old got a hold of my fabric scissors from my fabric shop and I use Kai scissors. So this is the smaller Kai. They go up. The ones I have for my shop are, I think, 11-inch, 12, 11. I mean, they're massive. He got a hold of those and cut his brother's thumb, like that. So I didn't see it. I saw some blood, and when he came up to show me, and so I went to go rinse it off, and I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. I kind of cut the nail a bit. And I turned his thumb over and went, we're going to the Instacare right now. Called my husband, said, meet us there. So that was 4 stitches. And my 7-year-old is he's really a wuss. He has no pain tolerance whatsoever. So he totally freaks out. And then he's cool. But the initial, it takes like 4 people to hold him down. So we don't play with scissors in our house at all. They're like all put away. Anyway, so Sewing Cats by Soda Stitch. Love this pattern. So I'm doing it, and this is another small. Yeah, I shall call my mother back. I thought I turned that on silent. Yes, that was Stewie. Yes, my ringtone for my mom is Stewie, saying his mom part. Everybody loves it. Everybody laughs at it. Everybody knows it, even if they haven't seen Family Guy. So I'm doing, on a scrap of this kind of paisley piece, so you can see I've started, and that's this green one right there. So that's what I've started. I think it's going to be really, really cute on this. Kind of vintagey, old. I think this is 32 count. Looks 32 count. So there is that one. Next, I told you, Mira's Ella, the Frog Princess. I call her Ella and not Tiana, because if I was going to do her Tiana, I'd change up skin tone and dress and all that stuff, so I keep her Ella. So love this, doing it on Fabric Flare, again. This was another wonky I got, but when I saw it, I knew I had to do it on this fabric. It's a beach scene. How perfect is that? Yeah, you can't beat that. So I used Cindy Swirly's method of kind of cutting out the just paper to the size and kind of centering it. So she'll be kind of centered, looking like she's walking on the sand with the frog. So I just have that little part there done. But I'm really excited about this one. I think it's gonna look so awesome. So there's that one. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey, look! There's a partial finished. Of course, it's all done now. But anyway, here's the first 4. But yeah, that's what that one looks like. I should put that with it. Okay, 3 more. I know how to unzip these. I promise I do. Okay, Victoria Ivchenko. I love Victoria Ivchenko. If I could own every single pattern she has ever made, I would be happy. I have a truckload already. I have more ordered. And everyone that's released, I want more of. Disney Fanatic, remember? I bought all of hers of, like, the little chibi girls, each holding their, like, the animal or something that represents them. Megara is probably my favorite, holding a little Hades. She's a very underrated Disney character. Anyway, so this is Ariel in the bottle. I also have the Alice one where she's in a bottle as well. And the Belle, where she's in the rose cover thingy-majingy. Anyway, love this pattern. I love Sebastian. And then, of course, you got Ursula's tentacles. How could you not love this? How could you not love this? This is on Another fabric flare. Hi, Princess. My 3-year-old just walked in. I think he's in playing Legos. Can you go find him? Can you shut the door behind you? Thank you, baby girl. Bye. Bye. Daddy's sleeping. Daddy's sleeping, that's right. Okay, I love you. Yeah. So this is another fabric flare. It's called Shoreline Dream. Kind of see the shore look. Which I thought was perfect for Ariel in a bottle. Like, you know, bottle washed up. Anyway, so that's just kind of starting on her hair. I'm excited to see how this turns out because that's very orange. So it's one of those things where it'll be interesting to see how all the colors blend in the end. So, yeah. I want to start, like, every single one of these. Oh, she has one of Sailor Moon. Yeah, I've got that one ordered. Should be coming soon. Love it. Okay, second to last. We're only 41 minutes in. It's not bad at all. Trash. This is my oldest. No, not my oldest. This is my oldest Sal. Not my oldest Whip. My oldest Sal. Okay, wait, I lied. I have 2 more after this. This is from Armada Designs. And I love Armada Designs. Love it. I'm not huge into Pokemon, so I don't really care for those, but she was at Comic-Con 2 years ago when she released this Sal, and I loved it. Oh, very nice. Okay, go play with Riker, please. I'll see you in a minute, okay? I want to play with Elflame. Okay, can you shut the door, please? Okay. On the way. Yes, thank you. There you go. She had to come show me a headless Cinderella. Okay, Riker, I know. Please go put it back. Yes, please go put it back. I'll be out in a little bit. Kids, gotta love them. Nintendo Sal. So I'm not too far behind. Only 2 years. So she released 2 squares a month. So it started with this one. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July! So, still got some more to do. Doing it all in one big piece. Anyway, I love this. As I said, gamer. This right here. Yeah. I lived for Duck Hunt. Loved it. I was so good at it. And of course Mario. Who doesn't like Mario? Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. So the next square I'm working on is Ninja Gaiden! I actually never played it, but I know that part because, like, it's made fun of a lot, I guess. Anyway, love this. Plan to finish it this year. We'll see if that actually happens. It's not like I have a lot of stuff going on, nor am I starting 31 projects next month. Ugh. This is the oldest Whip. And so, backstory is, so I learned how to stitch when I was probably 5-ish. I learned a lot of stuff when I was 5. And did it for a while, and then kind of took a break. Started crocheting, doing all this other stuff. And got this probably in 2010 to do for my mom, because it's one of her favorite paintings. And got all the stuff, worked on it for a bit, and then put it away. And a year ago, from last December, it's kind of when I started to get back into cross-stitching, and it was like, floodgates, destroy everything, give you all the stuff. And it was like I went insane. But I discovered Hanes. And I have a ton of them. I do have all the 7 Deadly Sins. I have the kits of all the 7 Deadly Sins. Planning to start Lust one of these days. It's been sitting on my desk for about a week. Haven't started it yet. But I have about 5 Hanes in progress right now. So, Anyway, but I was looking at the site when I first discovered Hade and went, wait a second, I wonder. So I scampered off, dug through my closet of chaos, and pulled out the pattern I got to do for my mom. Lo and behold, it was a Hade. Touching the hem of God. Love James Christensen. I have a signed piece from him upstairs, framed. Anyway, she loves this. Loves it. Yeah, it is her favorite. And so when I went to go, this was back when Heinzelman's, still carried cross-stitch stuff. And I did it all. They were like, oh, convert it to Anchor. Anchor's so much better. I'm like, okay. I'd never used Anchor. I'm like, whatever. So switched all the DMCs over to Anchor. And all my little conversions. I wrote all the differences. Anchor. Anyway. So I'll show you how far I've gotten in basically 10 years. Now, caveat on this. I did have it finished, the purple, probably about that much. But I started stitching this way. Nice and pretty. Then, for some reason, I don't know why, I started stitching like this. And you could see where the stitches differed. Drove me nuts. So I ripped out about this much of it and redid it. So, and then I decided to grid it. Probably one of the first and last pieces I will ever grid. But there's so much confetti when it gets crazy. So, anyway, so then I'm just going straight across, filling in the purple. There's a lot of purple. Luckily, it's one color in Anchor. So, anyway, that's where I'm going. I'm getting. It was supposed to be done for her birthday 10 years ago. She'll eventually get it. So that's my oldest whip. That's on a, I think that might be 18 count. And it's just like an 18 count, it's like a fiddler's. It's an old school antique. I thought it looked good. Okay, and the last whip, I actually just started today. So the Forest Embroidery is doing their sal with and I just realized I messed this up. That's okay. You know what? We're just gonna have fun with it. It's the Wizard of Oz. Little secret sal doohickey they're doing. Anyway. So that's about how far I am. Which, I'm totally cool with it not being perfect. Because, so this should have been down in this corner. But I think, for some reason, I think I had this written as 32 count, and I think it's 28. Which changes the size, so I will have about 6 stitches or something, 7 stitches left over on the edge. So I'm thinking what I might do is just, instead of putting it on one piece, maybe I'll do it in multiple. I have a lot of this blue. Maybe do it in smaller sections and then make like some kind of collage. I don't know. We'll see. Also using Low Sail on this, so I kind of get the fun color changing effect. Oh, I love the tornado. Turning out way cool. So that was just started today. Got to finish up that one, and I got another one planned to start, and 31 to start next month. All that fun stuff. So that's my whips. I'll just show a tiny bit of haul. I have gotten so much in the last, like, 2-3 months that we're just going to show the small portion that arrived in, like, the last 2 weeks. And then probably do a video where I'll show patterns and fabrics and all that fun stuff. So some of this fun stuff that came in. Got my fabric of the month from Mo's sale. Nice, pretty. This is 16 count Aida. Nice blue. Oh, I hear a girl crying. Hang on, I'm gonna pause this. She'd had a little fall. She needed some mommy love. Anyway, this 16 count Aida has that most sale smell. Also got some of her silks and floss and all that. Leslie had her grab bags. Undersea fabrics. Just some small little pieces. These are all opalescent sparklies. I love sparklies. I'm going to be doing a bunch of smalls on this. I have one that is hiding. Anyway, another sparkly. It basically is this one, but opalescent. And I have a project I started on that. Oh, wait. I have it here. That's what I started. And isn't this bag awesome? Told you I was a geek and a nerd. Love it! Oh, so I'm using one of Mo's new silks. Spring Bouquet. Just have the little top part, but anyway, this is that sparkly. So just another one of those scraps. I like unconventional, what can I say? And got some that were just non-sparkly. I love these colors. Nice brown. And then got in some new Mirabilias. Actually, these are the Nor Corbetts. Forget there's a difference between Mirabilia and Nor Corbett. So these are the Nor Corbett ones. Which basically, neither here nor there. Mr. Darby's house. I have the first two. So I had to get that one. Also got the bead pack and the specialty threads. One can never have too many beads or specialty threads. Loved her. I have got to find the perfect fabric for her. And it's not a boring brown. Probably some fabric flare. I'm going up to work at the warehouse on Tuesday. So maybe I can find something really good to put this on. I also got the bead pack. More beads. Sparkles. And then I got part 2 of the Jack Frost Tree Farm. Love these. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do those. That's another start for later. And then, so back in July, Kate Lantry did a Christmas in July. And I won a bunch of stuff. So those all came in. So we've got Summer ABCs, Lizzy Kate, a pile, and I think some of this was also in a D-stash, so it's kind of a mix of D-stash and stuff I want. Anyway, I love Brooks books. So we've got Sadie the Spring Witch, then we have Polly the Pirate Witch, Wendy the Winter Witch. I love this one. Trixie the Halloween Witch. I love that broom. How could you not love that broom? And her glasses. Sandy the Summer Witch, because who says witches can't go to the beach? Why not? They just bring their broom with them. Hannah the Happy Witch with her cute little black cat, and looks like she has a pink cupcake for a dress. Love it. It's adorable. Gwendolyn the Great. Love her. Her hat is adorable. Love her hat. Fiona the Fae. Of course, I love that spider coming off her broom. So cute. Fauna the Fairy Witch. Just gotta have the owl. And Annie the Autumn Witch. I love her. She's a really, really cute Thanksgiving witch. Cute little squirrel. Squirrels are really in right now. Oh my goodness. You can find them everywhere. Was it the squirrels of Sumatra? And everyone had squirrels at Nashville. It was amazing. Then I still have to, thankfully 123 Stitch has it, and I'll check if Cindy has it when I'm up there. But 9 of the 10 parts of Main Street. And I love Country Cottage Needleworks. I love how they do patterns that are good either separate or all on one piece. And so I'm kind of debating if I want to do these like all one long piece or do like 2 rows. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. Anyway, but we've got the flower shop and Main Street Bookstore, a place where I would visit a lot. Gazebo. Coffee shop. Art gallery. The shop. Cafe. The grocer. And the post office. I want to say at the top of my head it's the bakery that I'm missing, that I have to get. So, I'll be getting that. Figuring out how to do that. Lizzy Kate, Let There Be Peace. Love this. I'm really intrigued with these. I love Celtic stuff. And this is the Celtic column. Bakery collection, Celtic column. I have another one of theirs. I would love to get a really intricate Celtic knot. Boo Brew. This is by Ladybug Lane. And it actually came with a floss. Not with all the floss, but a good chunk of floss. I like it. And then I like this one a lot. Oh! There's another one in here I didn't know about. So this is by Homespun Elegance. And it's the Stitcher 2. I'll have to figure out... Yeah, I'll want to get the charms. So, I'll need to get the charms on those. But anyway, I just love the elegance of it. Anyway, got that one. And then, this one I didn't even realize was in there. This is a Rosewood Manor. Again, I blame Kitten Stitcher for my Southern Lotus samplers. Fruit of the Vine. I just think this is gorgeous. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be a fun one. Too many projects, not enough time. What can I say? So anyway, that's basically haul / stash acquisitions / new stuff that I've added to my already overflowing amount of things. Yep, love it. Okay, plans for the next while. Going to keep working on whips. I probably will do a video. I'm wanting to do a video in probably a week or so about my Stitch Mania plans. I mean, look. That's Stitch Mania plans. Yeah. And I got the cool little Stitch Mania journal. This thing's awesome. You can put all the info in there. And I got my cool rainbow felt tip pens. Because you gotta have rainbow felt tip pens. So, I'll plan to do a video about that. And yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much what I have for today. Thank you for watching. Please, as a new stitcher, it's like I'm trying to take advice I've heard from the stitchers I've already watched. But please leave a comment. Tell me if there's something you'd like to know, if there's something you think I should do better. Yeah, it's the Flosstube itchy nose. I swear, everyone itches their nose on Flosstube. It's hilarious. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.